Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. Been kind of a screwy week here so far. It's Wednesday morning. Sunday was absolutely gorgeous, 18 above. Took the car for another little drive. She's up to 600k on her now. Still working out a few kinks and bugs, trying to get the tune-up set right. I'm getting just about 14 miles to the gallon, which is a little worse than I thought. So I got to get my tack working so that I can check my RPMs at cruising speed, see how that is, and do a little tuning on the carb yet. I'm busy waiting for parts, e-brake cable and handle, and so I can get that taken care of. I got a wiper blade coming. I can wrap the wiper up hopefully this weekend. And in the meantime, I'm working on a little bit of a side project here. I'll just show you what I got. So a friend of mine, he's got, his son actually has a 64 Chevy or GMC half-ton that he's fixing up, and asked me to do a little bit of rust repair for them and some dent removal. A couple fenders, they're in not terrible shape. Got some whammies here in the front. I got a knock out of this one. A little bit of rust repair on the bottom. A little bit of rust repair up here in the corner. This one's pretty bad. Looks like they caught something pretty hard and took all the shape and everything out of the fender. Lots of rust in the back corners. Another little whammo up here in the front, and a little bit more rust repair in the corner there. So I'm going to work on that while I'm waiting for parts and pieces to come in for the Dodge, and go from there. So I might show you a little bit how I'm going to go about this rust repair and get rid of this bad dent in the fender here. So anyhow guys, stay tuned. I'll be back again with an update. Morning everyone, back again. A little bit of update, show you progress and kind of the technique I use for repairing the rust on these fenders for this 64 Chevy. Yesterday was just a gorgeous day. I think it was 18 above, sunny, no wind. Kind of a rare thing in the spring here in Saskatchewan. So went for a little cruise into town in the Dodge. Nothing eventful there, just had to pick up a couple of things. So today I'm planning a fairly long trip going up to the city inner just to put some more miles on and work out a few more little bugs. But I'll show you what I've got done and how I went about it. Let's move you over. So here's the fender. Got the repair panel in. It was a bit of a bugger to build. It's pinched on the edge of the fender structure underneath. It's got this compound curve here, as well as curved this way, flange bent over on the bottom. So what I do to do this is I got the fender, I had it screwed down to the bench so that it can't move and twist as you're working on it. I just built a couple pieces of plywood that bolt into the lower fender mount here, screwed it to the plywood, screwed the backside to this block, and it kept everything pretty much warp free. I also had this piece screwed down here and clamped the lip on the fender to it, so nothing can move around and twist on you. So before I started the repair and cut this ugly piece out, full of rust, pretty bad, before I put the new panel on, I used rust converter on the cross member underneath there. So what I do is I laid a kind of a grid out with lines on the fender. I'm going to use this for both fenders. Reason being, the passenger side fenders got some pretty bad wows in it, and I'm going to end up using a chunk out of a donor fender to repair it. So I've got these numbered 1, 2, this one's 3, and 4. Using my trusty Bud Light cases, I made a template onto the cardboard that has the profile of the fender. To do that, I used a scribe, and I just ran the scribe along on the beer case, following the fender, put a mark, and then very carefully cut that out. So we have number 2, we have number 1. I have a little bit of dolly work to do in the center on this one. It's a little bit high right there. I may use the Pro Shaper shrinking disc to get that out. So that takes care of the front to back marks. And then I have these pieces. Oh, can't quite get it to go in there. But as you can see, that's really close on profile. And then number 4. This, I have a little bit of an issue there where I don't have quite enough curve in this back piece. That may be able to be done with a little bit of weld and some fillers later on. So I'm going to do some planishing, get some of these high and low spots taken care of, and then I can move on to the really hard part on this. It's got a bad dent right here that I can pound out, and a couple of scuffs here that have stretched the steel and pushed it in. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of shrinking. This one's going to be really tough, and then a little bit of rust repair here on the leading edge. So I'll keep pounding away on those. The other thing I got is, again, it's so windy in Saskatchewan that just about every old pickup out here, the doors have been caught by the wind and blown open, and it's got some really nasty damage. How those 2 stress cracks got in there, I don't know. There's got to be a lot of stress in there, so somehow I got to get those pounded out, and just a little tiny bit of rust repair down in the bottom corner there. So anyhow, guys, I'll bring you back again after a little further along on that, but we'll call that good for this video. Take care. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button.